We're here at Rezzed 2014 in the NEC Birmingham.
We're here to check out some awesome indie games. We've got Alien here, some Titanfall. It's time to start playing.
Yeah. Hi guys, it's Major Conflict for Ragalatro.com. We're here at the Lala Studios for Overruled. It's Craig and AJ.
We grew up playing Snakes against Mario Kart, Micro Machine, even ones in as well. Where you presumably Smash Bros. Yeah, Smash Bros. Okay, fair enough. You got us out on that.
What can you tell us about the game?
So overall, as you guys have just figured out, it's basically a 2D platform fighting game. So it's you and your mates going to be rolling around fighting each other, shooting fireballs and balls of damage. The main thing about it is the rules themselves keep changing. So it could be King of the Hill 1 second, so you got to go and stand in the hill to earn points. We don't want to switch up to swag bag, so you'll be the one that grabs the bag and earns points every second.
When does it come out?
So it'll be on Steam, early access, somewhere between early to mid-May.
Is it going to be online?
So it's we are currently exploring it. What we want to make sure is that if we're going to commit to online, that we've tested it to depth. What we'd rather do is produce this incredible polished local experience. Somebody might disable double jumping, you know, somebody might make it so you spawn instantly, and you just get this amazing dynamic where you'll play one game and you'll win with 150 points, and then you play the next game and you'll lose with like 5,500.
It's Guy over here from Team Ragalatro, and we're here to talk about Prison Architect.
Prison Architect is a game where you design, build and manage a prison. You have to kind of keep your prisoners happy, stop them rioting, you know, stop them escaping.
So a little bit like prison management.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, you're still a company, so you're still trying to turn a profit and stuff like that, and you don't want to expand your prison, so you got to keep getting more money and stuff, so yeah.
Is it the same prisoner, or is it various prisoners all the time?
So all of our prisoners are like randomly generated. They come up with their own bios and everything like that. They've all got their own needs. You can use them in like workshops to do like press license plates and make stuff so that you can sell, you know, get a bit of extra cash that way and things like that. We're going to start adding in some end game stuff like scoring, like levels and stuff like that. And if you release a prisoner and they commit another crime, then you're going to be marked down for that. So you want to like reform the prisoners. There's like reform programs and stuff in there. But then we don't want to like limit you, so if you want, you can just like have all your prisoners massively suppressed with armed guards with shotguns walking around and stuff to, you know, make sure they don't cause any trouble. Yeah,
so when is it out?
Don't know yet. So at the moment we're in early access. We do an alpha update every month. We release new features, like a little funny video for it. At the moment there's just one level from the campaign, but we're doing a full campaign for release and stuff. Every month we get an update.
Last question I'll answer, would it be online in that space, or is just...
We get that quite a lot.
Yeah.
At the moment it's just a single player game where you like manage the prison yourself, and that's all we're kind of focusing on, so...
That's it. I mean, Prison Architect, look out for it. Big hit coming soon.
Thanks a lot.
So this particular story in Ether 1, there's a woman about 70 years old called Jean, and she's got dementia. So you've been projected into her mind to help recover like her broken memories. There's ribbons all dotted around the entire world, and the ribbons are like her visual representation of her core memories of her life that shapes her to be who she is. And those ribbons all, you know, fragments come together to create this memory. And then like a detective, you go into the memory and with a camera and start taking pictures and seeing what the memory was, whether it's a birthday party or something tragic. The more time you put into the puzzles, the more you learn about the patient. The story's not as cut and dry, it's got a lot of twists, a lot of turns. It's hard to sort of explain without spoiling it. So yeah, it's good that the puzzles are optional though. We found that when people start playing the game, they're not used to the way that the puzzles are done. It's like old games like Myst, but when they've come back after finishing the game, they're much better at trying to solve the puzzles. Yeah, the main mechanic is you can only hold one item at a time, but you have like a subconscious whilst you're inside this woman's memory, and inside your subconscious it's called your case book. You can store items there, so you can throughout the game you can store 100 items, find a puzzle near the end of the game, and go back to your case and think, right, what do I need to solve this puzzle?
Hangover and Oculus Rift does not work out. Okay, basically this game, it's called There Shall Be Lancing. It's basically like a multi-directional rock, paper, scissors. The squares are the stamina bar. They charge up. The more squares you have, the faster you go. Basically, you've got to try to lance your enemy. This is a game that kind of keep you playing with your friends. You're not leaving this game for a little while.
We're here joined by Byron of Protocol, the developer, right?
Yeah, I'm the developer, yeah.
So what's the aim of the game?
Okay, well the aim of the game, right, is to tell you the story, okay? So this top secret nano weapons research facility has gone dark, silence, no messages going in or out, except for the 2 words containment protocol.
Oh, okay.
So the job is, as a remote control pilot, is to go in there, you're sitting at a desk, you're not actually in the world, okay?
Oh,
so you're sitting at a desk, it's kind of meta really, playing a simulator of the actual drone, going through the facility, trying to find out what went wrong. The big end of the story is, I mean, each room, because it's gone completely silent, okay, all the power's out, so there's UPS batteries powering the room, and if you use the battery, you can't get through the doors, because the door's got no power open. Your pop yourself runs out of power, so you've got to use the battery to top that up.
Yeah, we saw that the motion sensors.
Oh, yeah.
Originally we thought, like, when we saw the walls, we thought if you touch the walls, would you lose power?
Yeah, and eventually I was thinking about that, but I thought maybe is that too harsh, because you can't see everything, right? So most of the time you're going to bump into the wall, so I thought, no, I won't do that, it's too harsh. But then they put the motion sensors and they were really harsh. I toned them down a bit, so they're not as harsh as they were. The other day, if you'd been there, you'd be sat here, the motion sensor could be all the way up the room, and still zapping. So I've toned that down a bit, so people are a bit past it now.
Well, definitely, this game is something definitely to look out for. When is it going to come out?
It depends on the publisher, but if it's just me, it'll be Q2, Q3 this year.
Well, it's a corporation, so it's far bleak future. You are a female squad commander. She gets contracts to go into these sort of lost ships or planet-based stuff or things like this. And yeah, find what you find. Essentially, your task with getting the black box controller back, potentially with rebooting the computer, getting the engines back online, turning the ship around. There'll be daily play, so these ships are randomly generated. They'll be available as contracts each day. All the players will get the same contracts. The game will be brutally difficult. So there's permadeath. So as you go further in, you're you've got to think: do you level up your characters, your squad, or do you just risk them kind of thing to get that high score? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. So it's really good. So we've had people, depending on a successful Kickstarter or successful decent amount of alpha sales. I think we'll probably be in Q3 this year.
This is Ed for Ragalatro, and we're here talking with Sam from Coilworks. We're here to talk about Cloudwheel. Yeah. So what can you tell us?
Okay, so Cloudwheel is a 3D platformer. It's all about speed. You had to go yourself yet?
Oh, no.
It's super responsive, it's really quick, and yeah, anyone who's got fast reflexes will have it all.
So is there like a story kind of element to the game as well?
Yeah, so the story runs behind the scenes. The game is divided up into levels and stages, and each stage has the stage goal, and that's the time.
What types of goals do you have right here?
So it is just to reach the checkpoint at the end. We have checkpoints that lead up to that. The level design really opens up before you progress, and so it's up to the player to be creative with their path. It's kind of like parkour on steroids. It's got all the running, ledge hanging, stuff like that. Then you've also got your jetpacks, which give you a way to negate fall damage, also boost yourself higher, and also boost yourself more. At the moment, it's fully supported with online leaderboards. We hope to also add things like replays and stuff like that, just to make the competition a bit more fierce.
So, is there any chance of this reaching consoles at any point?
At the moment, it's just on Steam for PC. I think the next step is going to be things like Linux and Mac, and then sort of future goals for consoles.
First take, Alien Isolation. Fellas, what do you think so far?
I think New Charles is right now, man. It was a lot. It was definitely a lot. The ambience is just too on point. It's actually too on point.
I think you should try and take it out. That's the worst thing. You just have to survive. Just run.
I was scared shitless. Left, right, and centre. I mean, literally, as you hear the footsteps, it's just like, oh, here we go again.
just immediately took me back to days of like the regenerators and stuff like that. Just those quiet moments with just that one annoying enemy.
It's always reminiscent of the whole Resident Evil series in a certain sense. It was the ambience again, the noise that really, so I said, elevated it to new levels of danger.
Is with Resident Evil, you have weapons. Like you have at least have that form of empowerment. But with this, nah,
you get nothing.
And they must think of a way to kind of allow us to like stun him. Got to be able to stun it. You can't just tell me that. But at the whole levels, I'm gonna be running away from this guy, hiding behind shelter, hiding in lockers, just for me to like play for 5 hours to find a weapon that at the end I shoot once and kill me. Is it a game that you're looking forward to? Is it something that you guys are looking to purchase?
Oh yeah,
I'll definitely get it.
I'll
definitely get it. I'll get it.
Whether I clock it or not, that's a whole other story. Right?